Hi everyone, welcome back to Unreal Science. Every day the universe throws something new at us. And today it's an asteroid called 2025 PM2. Let's see how close it's getting.
Asteroids have always fascinated and terrified humanity. They are ancient space rocks, leftovers from the birth of the solar system, and some of them pass alarmingly close to our planet. Most of the time, we don't even notice. But every once in a while, one comes close enough to remind us just how fragile life on Earth really is. And right now, astronomers are talking about a newly observed asteroid called 2025 PM2. This rock, about 190 feet or 58 meters across, is hurtling through space at more than 41,000 miles per hour. And it is going to pass Earth at a distance that astronomers call close, just 2.3 million miles away. Now you might be thinking, 2.3 million miles still sounds very far. And you're right. But in space terms, that is practically a near miss. To put it in perspective, the Moon orbits Earth at only about 240,000 miles away. So this asteroid will come roughly 10 times farther than the Moon. That's close enough for scientists to study it carefully and to classify it as a near-Earth object. So what exactly do we know about 2025 PM2? First, it's not large enough to threaten civilization. At 190 feet, it's considered a mid-sized asteroid. If it were to hit Earth, it would cause regional devastation, perhaps comparable to the Tunguska event of 1908, when a space object flattened more than 800 square miles of Siberian forest. That explosion released energy equivalent to 10 to 15 megatons of TNT, more powerful than most nuclear weapons. Second, we know its trajectory well enough to be confident. It is not going to hit Earth this time. The flyby is safe. But the fact that it is coming this close is a reminder of just how many space rocks are out there and how important it is for us to keep track of them. Every year, NASA and other observatories discover thousands of near-Earth asteroids. Some are huge, miles across, while others are as small as pebbles. The dangerous ones are those large enough to cause significant damage and small enough that they are harder to detect until they are already close. The good news is that astronomers are getting better at spotting them earlier. Telescopes on Earth and in space constantly scan the skies. In fact, NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office exists for exactly this reason, to track and eventually to deflect or mitigate the risk from incoming objects. So should we be worried about 2025 PM2? No, not this time. But the fact that it is zooming past us at 41,000 miles per hour is a vivid reminder of the universe we live in. Space is not empty. It is filled with debris, comets, meteors, and asteroids, many of which cross Earth's orbit. And while catastrophic impacts are rare, history shows that they do happen. 65 million years ago, a giant asteroid about 6 miles wide slammed into what is now Mexico, ending the reign of the dinosaurs. That single event reshaped life on Earth. Could it happen again? The answer is yes. The question is when. Scientists classify near-Earth objects into risk categories, and they maintain a watch list of asteroids whose orbits could bring them uncomfortably close to our planet. Most of the time, the risk drops as more observations refine the orbit. But every once in a while, a surprise discovery reminds us that we cannot let our guard down. And here's the part that always captures public imagination. What if, one day, we find out that an asteroid is on a collision course with Earth? What could we do? Well, for the first time in history, we actually have a partial answer. In 2022, NASA tested the DART mission, a spacecraft designed to crash into an asteroid and slightly alter its trajectory. The test was a success. The asteroid Dimorphos changed its orbit by several minutes. That may not sound like much, but in space, even a tiny shift, if done early enough, can be the difference between a safe flyby and a direct hit. So the story of 2025 PM2 is not just about a single rock passing close to Earth. It's part of the larger story of planetary defense, of humanity learning to watch the skies and to prepare for the inevitable. Because whether it is in 100 years or a million years, sooner or later, a dangerous asteroid will be on a path toward Earth. And when that day comes, the work scientists are doing today could save our civilization. For now, though, 2025 PM2 will pass us by, harmless but impressive, a reminder of the vast and dynamic solar system we live in. If you look up at the night sky, you won't see it with your naked eye, but you can imagine it, a space rock the size of a football field, racing silently past at 41,000 miles per hour, missing us by just a few million miles. In cosmic terms, that's a near miss, and that is why astronomers are excited and why we should pay attention. Asteroids like 2025 PM2 are both a warning and an opportunity. A warning of the dangers that lurk in the cosmos and an opportunity to learn, to prepare, and to keep exploring. Because in the end, space is not empty. It is alive with movement, with danger, and with discovery. And every asteroid that passes close is another chapter in the ongoing story of our place in the universe. So stay curious and keep looking up.